If slavery is not wrong, nothing is wrong. No man is good enough to govern another man without the other's consent.
We have to free half of the human race, the women, so that they can help to free the other half.
Non-violence is the greatest force at the disposal of mankind. First they ignore you, then they fight you, then you win.
How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world.
In the course of history, there comes a time when humanity is called to shift to a new level of consciousness. A time when we have to shed our fear and give hope to each other. That time is now.
I refuse to accept the view that mankind is so tragically bound to the starless midnight of racism and war, that the bright daybreak of peace and brotherhood can never become a reality. I believe that unarmed truth and unconditional love will have the final word.
As long as poverty, injustice, and gross inequality persist in our world, none of us can truly rest. Like slavery and apartheid, poverty is not natural. It is man-made, and it can be overcome and eradicated by the actions of human beings. Sometimes it falls upon a generation to be great. You can be that great generation.
Welcome to the Social Good Summit, the second one, 2016, and we are just building a tradition here. We can be the generation that is going to end extreme poverty. We can be the generation that will fight and find a solution for climate change. We must be. And we also can be the generation that is going to fight and finish inequalities in the world. I believe that we can be, because we all can be heroes if we decide to be. Sometimes we feel absolutely overwhelmed because the world is in fact something very big, very complex, and sometimes very ugly. Don't believe that I'm just too optimistic to believe that this is a great place all the time. It's not. We all know that. We are inundated every single day with bad news around the world. And let me tell you, I believe that we also are contributors to that because we tend to look at the negative sides and we not that often look at the positive side. There are many, many people out there doing great things, and this is exactly what we are trying to show here. In this very overwhelming world that we all feel sometimes, there are in fact some people that try to break through and do something positive. And there is a special story that for me is quite relevant and important, so I'd like to tell this story today. It's the story of the hummingbird. Once upon a time, we had this little bird that was in the forest, and the forest was facing this enormous fire. The proportions of the fire was tremendous, and all the animals in the farm, in the jungle, they were very concerned about their lives, and they were very scared about what this big fire is going to do to ourselves. This hummingbird, however, made a decision. He went and picked some water from a river nearby and started dropping some water on this big fire. And he spent all day going in and out, picking this water and pulling water in the fire. And all the animals in the jungle say, "Are you stupid, mate? What are you doing? What are you doing?" Have you ever looked at yourself and how small you are with this big fire? And he said, "I'm just doing the best that I can." And there are many hummingbirds out there. There are many heroes out there. Because if we all deeply inside of us decide to be a hummingbird and look, what can I do in this messy world to stop this fire? most likely all the hummingbirds in the world coming together, they can in fact stop the fire. We are many billions, and the world will be such a much better place if you made that personal decision. The Social Good Summit is about spend the whole year discovering who are the hummingbirds, who are the birds, who are the lovely heroes that exist out there. We don't want to show celebrities. In fact, there are many celebrities doing great things. However, there are many unknown people doing amazing things out there. And this is exactly what we did along the year. We went to pick who are the hummingbirds of Australia, who are the hummingbirds out there that we can showcase here, because we want them all here. We want to put absolutely bright spotlight on them. We don't want to talk about Donald Trump's or the pains of the world, right? We just want to showcase the people that are in fact doing something about it. Because we all can be hummingbirds. We can all do something about it, and we can all be heroes, and the world needs us. So enjoy the day. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for supporting this beautiful day. We are committed to build a tradition and have just a great day. Thank you.